So I wanted to talk a little bit about the death of Robin Williams. A lot of people are coming out and focusing sort of on the problems he had with addiction and the problems he had with depression, and I think that might be the wrong way to look at it. We have this guy who is one of the rare people who could leave the world in a better place than he found it. Just an enormous talent that's touched so many people over the decades that he's worked in show business, and a lot of people might look at it and say, well, why are people who don't know him personally broken up that this man is dead? But he touched all of us in a way. From the kid-friendly roles, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, to the thought-provoking Man of the Year, Dead Poets Society, Good Morning Vietnam, Bicentennial Man, even. I think it's important when something like this happens to look at kind of the body of work and celebrate what he was able to do. For entertainers, I think a lot of the reason they get into entertaining is that they kind of use humor as a defense mechanism. Frequently, comedians and actors are troubled souls. And Williams was no exception. He made it very public. But mostly I wanted to get this out there to say, remember, there's always help if you need it. Depression is far more widespread than a lot of people think, and men in particular have a difficult time admitting when they're afflicted by it, in part because we have this macho culture. The point of the matter is, seek help when you can. If you think you need it, don't wait. And that's pretty much it. The world is going to be poorer without this man. And I kind of hate to see the sort of conspiracy theories that are going to start immediately circling about it. Did he get back off the wagon? Was he drinking? Was he doing drugs or whatever? And I don't think that's material at all. I think maybe he just felt like his time was done and he'd accomplished what he could accomplish. And I don't know. I just think that we should celebrate him and his work and do what we can to help people who are feeling the things that maybe he was feeling. And to remember that people that we see on screens, from the highest paid actors in the world to TV, news anchors, television stars, all the way down to YouTube stars, and then startup webcam vloggers. They're people, behind all the jokes and all the bits and skits, they're human beings, and it's important to remember that we share that with them, and it's important to treat them as human beings and not as some sort of not in your world point of ridicule or point of contention. Part of the reason I started my website was to kind of help geeks like myself open our minds to things and find ways to seek self-improvement. And I think in some respects that sort of thing can help us get through those rough periods when maybe we don't feel at our best, maybe a little low. So, anyway, I don't know. Robin Williams was a very important figure to me. I consider him one of the greatest comedians of all time. Not just his movie roles, but his stand-up too. And this is even though I didn't know him personally, here's a guy who contributed a great deal to my life and informed a lot of my concept of comedy and my concept of art in a lot of ways. So I'm just doing this in one take because I don't think this should come across as a production so much as a video diary, I guess. Anyway, rest in peace. And please, 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 if you or anyone else is feeling low, help, Try to help that person find the way just to peace, whatever way that might be. Love your friends while you have them. Love your family while you have them. And try, in whatever way you can try, to leave the world better than you found it. Just like Mr. Williams did.